Hello and welcome to Piggy Bank Tales. My name is Sarah and I'm going to be doing my budget for my first paycheck of April. I use something called YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. It's a digital budgeting app. If you are new to the channel, I am living in Southern California. I rent a studio apartment all by myself. I have an adult son, but he doesn't live with me. He's also in California, but he's a couple hours away from me. I've lived in Southern California for about a month now. A month? Oh my gosh. I've lived in Southern California for about a year now. Yeah, it's very expensive to live here. So I'm going to go through my first paycheck using YNAB. So for some reason, my information is not linking. It's not being transferred basically from my bank to YNAB right now. There was some kind of error that kept popping up telling me that there's like a delay in the transactions being downloaded into YNAB. So I had to actually manually enter my paycheck because it wasn't getting it from the bank. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the two overspent items here. I don't even know what this is, but I want to go find out what this $7.90 is. Oh, this is for a coffee, I guess. I didn't categorize it. Interesting. This should have been categorized. Yeah, I mean, it says, oh, I guess I didn't categorize it. So I'm just going to quickly and go down to add this for dining out. As you can see, there's no money in my dining out category. Let's go back to the budget and, well, this is the ragamuffin coffee. So I'm going to cover it with, I don't want to touch my new paycheck yet. So I want to take this from the Oopsie account. And household, let's see, what was this? Walmart. What did I buy at Walmart? I didn't put a memo there. On the 6th. So this was this past weekend. I think this is like toilet paper. I don't know why I didn't put it in there though. I thought I did on the app. I mainly use the app when I'm doing my budgeting, but apparently not. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover this spending with the Oopsie Fund as well. Oopsie Fund has no money for the month of April now. Okay, so now I'm going to start budgeting out this paycheck. And the first thing that I need to put out there is that my next paycheck, so my second paycheck of April, I expect that to be very low because I had some low hours last week. So I had several cancellations last week that I didn't get paid for. And then Monday I had jury duty. So I had to cancel all of my clients for Monday, and my job does not pay me for jury duty. So I lost a whole day's of wages there. Thankfully, the judge was kind to let me out of doing jury duty just because I can't afford to take a week off right now. It would really put me behind on my bills and my rent. So, I mean, I have money in my emergency fund, but like that's for saving up for a real emergency, like job loss and stuff, not like, oh, you have a week of jury duty you're going to be doing. So, you know, I was just concerned that I wouldn't be able to pay my rent if I took a week off. So the judge did excuse me. But anyways, I do need to adjust for my next paycheck, anticipating it's going to be much lower than this amount here. So I'm going to first put money towards May's rent with this paycheck. So I'm going to click here on my paycheck 1 because this is the first paycheck. This is April 9th. I get paid on the 10th, but my bank sometimes deposits the check 2 days before. So I got it a day before. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on paycheck 1 because this is telling me everything that I need to be using my paycheck 1 for. but April rent is already taken care of here. So I'm going to hop over to May, and I'm going to put some money towards rent here. And I use the YNAB toolkit. It's a browser extension, and so that does give me the option to fund half. Let me put this up a little bit. So fund half here is 1,152. So if I do that, yeah, half my rent is funded, but I'm anticipating that my paycheck is going to be a couple $100 short. So I want to make sure that I'm putting enough money here into the rent for May. So I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to add $350 more. Okay, there we go. So I have a little bit more than half put towards my next month's rent. I'm going to hop on back to April, and since April's rent has already been taken care of, I can now snooze this. This is just like a little bit extra that's in there, so I'm going to go ahead and snooze that. Okay, and then now I can go through and start putting money with this paycheck towards the bills and stuff that I need to, that are going to be due before my next paycheck comes out. So this is my term life insurance. So I'm just going to go ahead and put underfunded, which means it's going to fund the entire amount. And then I have pet insurance. I'm going to put the entire amount there as well, because that's due the 17th. Electricity bill is due the 17th. So we're going to put the entire amount there too. It's a little bit cheaper this month. I think they gave you like the climate control discount or something. So it's like $20 cheaper, I think, than it normally is. Car insurance, going to fund the full amount. Groceries. So I normally put $90 a week. So it's telling me that I have 3 more weeks of April in which I need to fund this money. So I'm going to just put in 2 more weeks worth. There we go. I can speak. I'm just curious to see what it's going to tell me what my fund half is. Fund half is 180. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking to put in there. It's just $180. So it's $90 a week for groceries. Gas. I did not fund any gas with my last paycheck, so kind of messed up there. So I'm going to fund, it's funny, I haven't seen this before. Fund low half or fund high half. They're both the same exact amounts. I cannot speak right now, which is just half of this $329.25. Oh no, I'm sorry. Fund high half is $182.03 and fund low half is $182.02. Off by a cent. Okay, so I'm just gonna put fund half, which I'm gonna put a little more there. I'm gonna put, let's put $75 more. Okay, there's that. And then bunnies need to have some money put in here, and my monthly target for them is $30. I'm just gonna fund half of the bunnies. Household items, already spent some money there on the household items, so I'm just gonna fund half. Oopsie is supposed to have $564.90 for the entire month. I obviously can't afford that. I can't even afford to fund half. So I'm gonna end up having to use this money, but for now I'm gonna add, let's do $150. I know I'm gonna end up spending more of this money. I have some friends that are coming to visit me from from where I moved from. And we're planning to go to the zoo one day. We're going to be eating out. So I know I'm going to be dipping into that oopsie fund. I don't have enough money to put towards my Roth right now or emergency fund. None of this stuff unfortunately, is getting funded with this paycheck, just because I really need to see where I stand in my next paycheck. But I know I'm going to be spending probably more than this money here to go out with my friends. So I think I'm just going to put it all towards fund holding. And then as I spend money for dining out, I can just transfer it from fund holding into the dining out category. So here I'm just going to add the rest of it. Let's just add the rest of it to fund holding. It's not ideal, and I really should have made some better sacrifices, I think, to try to put money towards these things, like the Roth IRA and my emergency fund. But I already made these plans with my friends, and I'm going to do it. So I'm trying to do it the best way that I can. If I don't end up spending this oopsie money for some reason, then yeah, I could put some of that towards these things, these categories. These categories I think are just going to be underfunded this month, just due to the fact of having a low paycheck on my next paycheck. Okay, so I think that's it. Everything else is taken care of. I think that's it. Pretty short video otherwise. Yeah, kind of sad that I didn't really have a lot of money to fund around, but big chunk of that is going towards making up for these low days that I've had. Hopefully my next paycheck, or even the next week, and so hopefully everything is just smoothed out and I have more hours and I earn more money. That would be nice. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. My next video will be coming out probably the 28th or 29th of April. As this video right now, I probably won't even edit it until after my guests leave. So probably Sunday, which is what, the 13th of April. So yeah, this video might not even come out till April 13th or 14th, but I wanted to get in here and fund this money just so I get a clearer picture of how much money I have for when I am spending some time with my friends this weekend. So I'm not ordering the really expensive things on the menu. Not that I do that anyways, but anyhow, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.